Hey guys, welcome back. Today I want to talk about the crisis that I had yesterday on the 13th of October 2024. I will give a quick TLDR for people that do not have the time to watch. Basically, yesterday I discovered the decision fatigue bias and I realized what has been going wrong with not the videos, not the things that I'm doing right, but the things that I'm doing wrong. Like a large portion even of that. So that is what I'm going to talk about this video today. It's going to be a longer video. It could be 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I don't know. I don't know yet. So that's the TLDR. If you want to listen to that, that's okay. So let's dive in deeper. Yesterday, when I was learning the decision fatigue bias and I was talking about it, I noticed that I do have this more often than not. Even though I am so much videos in, I do so much things, and it all makes sense on the screen where I'm talking to you right now. There was something off. I know what's off. It is the optimization. The system is right, the things make sense, but the optimization is not right. And that is just as important as all the other things. At the start, when I was reading it, I didn't think much of it. I was like, this is pretty interesting, but I'm gonna think about it maybe the upcoming week. But the more time, the more time, the more I thought about it, the worse it became. I was like, I cannot continue like this. It became so worse that the 13th and the 14th of October is one video. And I usually don't do that. I make a video every day. I'm very consistent. That is what I do right. But I made two videos because I dropped everything and was like, I'm gonna head to bed. I'm gonna sleep and I'm gonna wake up tomorrow. So I let it go. And I woke up the next day. I slept more than usual. I needed it. And I realized by myself, this is a crisis. This is a real crisis. Now I see it. I didn't see it before. Like now, like I knew this kind of subconsciously or unconsciously. Like I know what I didn't know, but now I know what I know. And it's not that it hurt. I'm really happy that it happened. I like the truth better than the lie. But there's a lot to clean up. And I'm not talking about cleaning up my house. Just one part. Like my house isn't that clean, but it's not that disgusting either. It's just average. But now I notice everything around me. So let's talk first about what I'm doing right, and then I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing wrong. And I'm gonna give concrete examples. And hopefully maybe you will resonate with this. Like you can, if I'm talking about this and it resonates with you, please subscribe because this is gonna happen more often. And this is not the usual stuff you find on YouTube. Like this is not like they all talk about these quotes and phrases. Oh, millionaires and billionaires had this habit. So if you don't have this habit, then it kind of works. That's not what I'm talking about. One day, I was reading the book from Sam Walton. Think it's called that way. That's the guy from Walmart, I guess. And somewhere in the beginning of the book, he was not really working on his business anymore. He was just looking at every competitor he had, and what they were doing. He was so obsessed with those details that the Brazilian police, because he was in Brazil, they locked him up So I hate to give billionaire stories, but you guys know this story probably. If you read this book, you probably heard it somewhere. So that's why I'm saying it, not because I look up to billionaires or anything like that. I don't give any flying anything. I don't have that celebrity bias whatsoever. But now I get it. The 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 OCD of the little details. Now I now I get it. What I'm trying to say is that what is going wrong right in my life is I'm doing this right. Like making this video. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do right. The large picture is right. Everything is set up how it's supposed to be. But the details, they are not. It's like the first one of the first videos that I made, I said if I don't succeed making 600 a day within 7 years, at least I'm another software engineer on the wall making 40 an hour. That I will be okay with that. I'm not okay with that anymore. I'm not. Why? Because that's standard. Like there's like, if you know a sinus graph, right? You have ups and downs. The sinus graph. I'll show it on the screen. Sinus graph. If you don't know, cosinus or amplitude, whatever. You have a high and low point and an average. That average, like the low point was 40. What is my average? Well, I guess that my average is making 600 a day within 7 years. Because everything I make above or anything that happens above that is extra, because I'm not limiting self making 600 a day within 7 years. Like, let me be clear on that. So there's something that go on. Even though I said that the big picture is kind of right, because it's the goal of the YouTube, but it's not the end goal. Maybe the end goal of the YouTube, right? Not the end goal of for me. But I'm working like I am gonna make 40 an hour, another software engineer on the wall, or by the time that 7 years later, I'm probably in some kind of weird ass prompter in a company. I do not like that idea. There is no other way for me. The only way is 600 a day within 7 years. That's the average. Now this might put on unnecessary pressure, but I realized something. It's not even about this goal, right? Let me go back. It's not about this goal. What I'm getting wrong is the details. The details are so important that it can make or break a lot of things. Now, I don't mean to be a perfectionist. Like you can strive for perfectionism, but I think perfectionism is an illness. This is my opinion. But I want the details of the standard right. And if it's not right, we have a problem. There's like what I'm comfortable with and what I'm panicking on, that seems to be more important than I thought it was. It's not even about fear anymore. It's not about fear or anxiety or being confident, or it's about consciousness. If you don't know this word, you can look it up. You probably heard it before if you're some kind of wacky entrepreneur. So I'm a bit annoyed. It's not you, it's me. Right? Don't feel offended when I'm saying that. I need to be more obsessed with the details in my life rather than with the big picture. The big picture, I already got it. That's my strong point. I need to mitigate the weaknesses I have. Now, I'm not gonna be like capitalizing on my weaknesses. That's not what I'm saying. I need to bring it up in a level that they won't hurt. They will be above average. They won't hurt my um, they won't hurt my amplitude. They won't hurt my top. Because as you know, an amplitude has a top and a bottom. I don't want to get to that bottom anymore. Like these crises are good. I'm saying that this crisis seems like a bottom. It's not the bottom. This is actually a good high for me. Does it hurt? Yeah, it does hurt. Because I've learned many things in life. Because before this, I was traveling a lot, working in a lot of places to try to gather what humans are doing, why the way they're doing that. And I already noticed a lot of things. And a lot of things, what they do wrong, I don't do wrong. I know that already because I implemented those things in place. But oh boy, this one smacked me in the face. So what can you expect? I'm gonna make a series. I'm gonna call it cleanup or something, or something that crisis episodes. Maybe that will people will like this stuff. Maybe like they're like a negativity bias or something. I'm gonna start cleaning up everything that I can clean up, and I'm gonna do it just as normal, and I'm gonna grow into it. Right? I've noticed. I will give you an example. The house that I'm living in, is high maintenance. I do not like high maintenance. I currently have a leakage. The renovations of my neighbors downstairs cracked my balcony. I cannot even open my balcony door at the moment. The hallway is like crying of dirt. It's like a desert. It's not good for your mental and physical health, so it annoys me. Just going outside of this city in Amsterdam, like Amsterdam's a great city. Like, don't. I'm nitpicking here, so don't see Amsterdam as what I'm describing. I have different needs. Okay, so I want to be clear on that. The moment I walk outside with my dog, there's a lot of things that are not in my best interest. Let's talk about. I don't want to get to political here, but it starts with the political ideas. I am here to live a happy life. And part of this is this goal. I love to do this goal. But there's people that they are not in my best interest. I just see the patterns. It annoys me. And the engagement, one of the biases is engagement of it. You're already lost. Not sure how the bias is called right now because I'm too annoyed. And I also realized that I have more control. Like there's a bias illusion of control. I realized that I have more control than I actually can have. I can have more control. These things gathered up in a day, what you see in Amsterdam or any urban city or like especially capitals, they gather up your box, like your empty box, right? Gather up your box and before you get home, you're already annoyed. Before you get to work, you're already annoyed because of some shitty ass person or shitty ass public service, like just screwing with you. So one of the things that's the problem that is in the detail. So let's go more concrete. So what will we working on this week? So today I had a brainstorm day on the 14th of October 2024. And I realized I have a phone, and that phone is a non-distraction phone / study phone. It's only for capitalizing on the things that I want. There's another emergency phone where my mom and dad can call me and I have a work phone, and I have just like a social people phone. I actually want to throw it out right now because I'm annoyed, but obviously that's not how it works, right? Because in the state that you are doesn't define you. I want to stop getting annoyed. Let me put that first. I want to stop getting annoyed. And one of the things I will stop getting annoyed is removing the high maintenance and annoyance, removing the distractions. So I can do so much internally and externally. Some things are out of my control, such as the house that I have right now. But all that leading up, me coming into the house, I had some awareness that old houses, this is a 90-20 house, it's normal, they have problems. So let's be more concrete. I'm gonna give 3 things I'm gonna talk about. Maybe you can take this with yourself and look at yourself, but I'm mainly talking to you, but also talking to myself. So I'm even holding the table right now because I need some kind of support. I feel unsupported right now. I feel that there's no foundation, like body language, right? Like grabbing support. Let's talk about the first thing. The home that I'm at is high maintenance. The problem is I have a leakage. I think I called the real estate corporation like at least 30 times in a half year that I'm living here to fix things. I am done fixing their shenanigans. Leakage. There's a bust out of one of the electric sockets. I think it's 2 even. There was 3, but now it's 2. The heater, sometimes the heater was broken, so I got that replaced. The door is squeaky. It is not in one straight line, so everything that which is close to the outside door, which means all the freezing, like the cold stuff, will come into my house. It doesn't matter if I heat. That's why this house is not good. One of these things. Because of the renovations of the house here that I have every day below, they're also annoying me. So one of the things that I do, that they staying later than they actually are supposed to, according to the contract, because they just every time they want to finish one more thing. Oh, but sometimes they show up at 7 a.m. Sometimes they show up at 11 a.m. There's no routine with these guys. Yeah, my balcony floor is broken, so I needed to call the operations, and they're coming on Thursday. This whole week I have appointments just to fix. I wanted to fill my heater with water because it's leaking out because of the leakage. Now, this might not be a good idea because it's gonna leak more. Yeah, but then I won't have any heater, won't have hot water, which is a necessity for me. Just do cold showers, bro. Like, I'm not your bro. Like that. I do not like cold showers. That's it. I have other things that I'm really hardcore about. Cold showers is not one of those. So, there are more things broken. There are more things annoying me. So, that is just the house. I'm gonna move out of Amsterdam and I'm gonna go to a low maintenance house. Before this, I lived in Amsterdam with a low maintenance house. I called the real estate corporation twice in 5 years. And now I called them 30 times in 1.5 years. This is not good. I do not have time to mentally occupy my brain fixing their stuff. It's like I'm fixing their home. I'm not necessarily fixing my home. I just have a contract with them. They should have done this before I came to this house. Well, I don't want to rant on that too much. Let's get into the next thing. Next thing is that I worked on my like iPhone. I'm gonna make a separate video about this, but basically it's so non-distractible that if I haven't turned my other phones for 4 days, it doesn't matter. Aside from the emergency phone that I have here, because you never know that emergencies exist. So that's the second thing. The third thing, which is the most important thing, actually, that is what I was talking about in this video, what I want to capitalize on, is the small details, the decision fatigue. So first, what I was thinking about, what is the optimal time for me to take advantage of what I want, and what is the non-optimal time or the worst time for other people to come to me to ask for help. Like this sounds rude, this sounds non-genuine, but most people are takers. Okay, I'm a giver, so I need to protect myself, right? I have boundaries, but now the boundaries are gonna go high because I learned this stuff. The first hour when I wake up, I want it to be so great that before the alarm clock goes off, I already walk with the dog. Before I'm walking with the dog, everyone is already sleeping, still sleeping. So there's no annoyance of weird ass wacky people. But the odds are low, right? That's what it's all about. The odds are going to be low. The second thing is, the first thing that I need to do might be the first hour that I want to do, or I want to capitalize on, is going to be the most important, aside from me just eating and praying, because I'm doing those before I start my sessions for this video, but also want to make 600 a day within 7 years. Then let's talk about the optimal times for me. For example, going to the dentist. Well, I was talking with ChatGPT and I was thinking about my experience. And the best time to go to someone for an appointment is just right after lunch. So you're the first one right after lunch. They just eaten, they just, the stress is down, levels down, the blood sugar is a little bit up, like just like 15 minutes after the first appointment, right? They're energetic, like let's just do a couple more hours. Like I want to go to that appointment and I want to have that service. I'm paying, I want service. I don't want to pay like before lunch and be like, oh, let's just do this fast and he needs to go. No. And not all people like that. It's not absolute. This is relative. The odds. I'm talking about the odds. I don't want to take in too much by chance. If I can minimize the chance, I will do that. So now, what is the optimal time for people that can reach me? So my normal phone, my social phone, and my work phone, they're going to be on somewhere around 4 p.m. Aside from the schedule, because I have a daily schedule that I have to adapt to for my current job. Aside from that, no one can reach me until 3 p.m. This might sound extreme. I want to capitalize things for myself. It's my life. Right? I have only one life. Like, what are we talking about here? Why can all those people take these things from me? And when I'm tired, I'm going to work on myself? What do you mean? Why are those people, right? It's time to capitalize on stuff. It's time to engage in the little details as well. If it takes a bit longer, that takes a bit longer. But it's for me. I also want to have a good life. Like, I'm not unhappy or anything. Like, I love walking with my dog, and Amsterdam living is pretty nice. Like, don't get me too wrong. Me nitpicking Amsterdam. I don't want to have that unnecessary stimulants, unnecessary advertisement. I don't want unnecessary problems that they giving for me. I don't want to carry. I don't want to juggle your unnecessary stuff for people that I will never see anymore. I get annoyed by that, so that's why I have to remove the distraction, or I have to be removed by the distraction. So I am going to move. I'm going to move out of Amsterdam, or I'm going to move somewhere in Amsterdam that I don't have this problem, which is probably impossible. Now, I might move to another city. That's okay. And I might even move out of Europe. Like, don't get me wrong, I can go. This is pretty radical, what I'm saying right now. I might do that. Doesn't matter if there's like immigration tax, or I don't care. I will pay it. So if you're still here with me, I just want to say that there's going to be a series about cleanup. And this cleanup series is going to focus not necessarily on these vents what I give you for like 26 minutes now. It's going to focus on what I've been cleaning up, what I'm been focusing on the real details. I need to get the stuff together. Like it looks, everything looks together all right. Like if you see me making the videos, everything looks good. Yeah, my head doesn't look together, but I'm going to get a haircut soon. This is a good example. Let's think about the haircut. It's a small detail, right? Doing your hair is a small detail. Like I was capitalizing on the big stuff. But that small detail, look, we're 2 months ahead. Look at this. I don't want to say that I'm a mess, but it's the details that matters for me, I guess. I'm not focusing enough on the details. And again, it's not about perfectionism doing every little detail that matters on every single exact day that it matters. No. I wanted to do it significantly enough. So there's this balance of, there's a higher balance. So like, I have a lot of days that I feel like I'm lived. It's not because of the money. I'm not concerned about money. Just the variables of what's happening in the daily life. I'm annoyed. I don't want to put on with this stuff like the trash, sorry, a bit political, the immigration and those kind of stuff. I want to see it on the news once a week and be like, you do you, government. I'm going back to do stuff what I'm usually doing. I want to be that guy. It looks like I'm having kind of earring here. So this was a bit of a yapping rant. And I'm seeking support. Like you see me looking support, right? Looking support on my table while I'm recording. Because I feel I need support. I don't feel leveled right now. But we're working on it. So expect me to probably make a series. I might never. Right? Might never make a series about it. But I just want to explain that I will be working on behind the scenes about this. It's very important to be clean. Like, let's assume I have a business later. Like I'm making 600 within 7 years. And I'm doing it like this. Look at my hair. Look at this. I'm doing it like this. Now, I'm not going to dress for these videos for now. That's not the most important stuff for me. But if I'm treating my business like my hair, like this, like the shirt, like the lamp here inside my new earring, what do you think is going to happen? I'm going to be that 40 guy with a software engineer flying on the wall. I don't want to be that guy. I want to be, the average is going to be 670 years and up. So we're half hour in. I'm gonna end this video. I just want to say that if you're still here, thank you for watching. I'm not gonna be annoyed in every video like this, because if you see my other videos, I'm not like that. I'm not gonna transfer my that energy every time up to you. But if this resonated with you, that you need to clean up, that you need to focus more on that detail, right? That you need to focus on, you need to face the devil in the eye, right? You need to defeat that monster. Now, I don't mean that in an extreme way. I mean it radical, but I don't mean it extreme. So yeah, take care, guys. I will see you on to the next video.